Hi, welcome back to Kick and Crochet. Today I'm going to do a quick book review. So I pre-ordered this book months and months ago. Basically, as soon as I found out that she wrote this book, I ordered it. So the book is the Tunisian Crochet Handbook, a Beginner's Guide by Toni Lipsey. So this is the artist behind TL Yarncrafts. I think she's fantastic. If you haven't checked her out, you totally should because she's great and she's fun to watch. She is a designer and also a YouTuber. So she's got a channel you can check out. I bought this with my own money and nobody asked me to review it and I'm not getting anything for it. So this is all just me. So Tunisian Crochet, first off, it's not exactly what I expected it to be, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. So I was expecting this book to be way more of like Stitch Dictionary, which I don't know why I thought that because the title, A Beginner's Guide, that's not Stitch Dictionary. So that's just on me. That was just me being dumb. But it's very well produced. It's super professional and beautiful. I like how it's got these little shiny letters on the front. Okay, so this book is going to go through all the basics of Tunisian crochet. So if this is something you want to learn this year, this would be a great book to check out. I even learned a few little tips. So she goes through how to read the pattern, stitch abbreviations, how to do like foundation rows, identifying which loop of the stitch. So an artist is going to talk about when they're talking about which loops to go through. And then she does include some stitch tutorials for some of the basic Tunisian stitches. The photos are really good and clear and the instructions are great. So all of your basic stitches are going to be in this book. I think she's got like six or seven basic Tunisian stitches, including how to do like chevrons. She's got the honeycomb stitch, which is one of my favorites. It's pretty. Okay. And she also includes some basic crochet techniques, which you're going to need if you're doing Tunisian. It's not all its own thing. You will need some regular crochet also, but including like how to add applied ribbing, which is a useful skill. She talks about color work with Tunisian crochet, which can be a little bit weird because Tunisian, if you're not familiar with it, you work a forward pass where you pick up all the stitches along the row, and then you work a return pass where you work off all of the stitches on a row. To do color changes can be a little bit weird to figure out how to do it. So I appreciate that she talks about color changes. I'm doing color work with Tunisian because it is a little bit wonky. This is the place where I actually learned some things. So shaping, how to add stitches to the beginning or end of a row. So that's totally useful. Or different ways to do increases. So that's great. She talks about working in the round, which types of crochet hooks you'll need, plastic versus wood versus metal, corded hooks, double-ended hooks, all of those tool kind of things. And then what I was super surprised about, she talks about finishing techniques also, but what I was really surprised about was how many projects are included in this book. She's got 20 different designs, and I will say that I haven't made any of her designs yet, but I totally trust her to make fabulous designs. So she has 20 different designs in this book, and they're all beautiful. So we've got this pretty chevron cowl, tote bag, and these are all made with Tunisian crochet. A blanket. So the nice thing about Tunisian is it just makes such beautiful texture. It is going to be different on the front and back, which is a little different from most standard crochet. So some tea towels. It's maybe not the best picture. Let's see if I've got a better one. Yeah. So tea towels. You can practice your color changes. Some floor poofs. I would totally use those. Looks like she used velvet yarn for those. Those would be so soft. Got a poncho. Some wall hangings, and she includes each letter of the alphabet. So if you have kids or grandkids, you could make one for each of those kids and get your color work action going on. A nice fringy scarf. So many good patterns in here. I just can't resist showing them all to you because they're all so good. Some very simple pot holders, but Tunisian crochet makes great pot holders because it's so much thicker than regular crochet is. So I actually really love it for pot holders. Okay, a slouchy hat. Check out that knit stitch, so it looks totally like knitting. So if you're a crocheter and you don't want to learn to knit, but you love the look of knit, Tunisian Crochet is where it's at. I was honestly a little disappointed though, because I've been planning on figuring out a good hat with short rows, and I still probably will, but it's been done. It'll get done again by me later. Okay, a striped pillow. A triangle wrap. I know I'm slow, sorry. A Bathmat. Hey babe. I think a lot of people are intimidated by color work in Tunisian, but I actually think Tunisian is really, really great for color work because it tends to be a little bit more square in gauge, for me at least. And you don't have to worry about right side versus wrong side making your edge wobbly because it's always worked facing the front, and so the edges end up exactly lined up, so it's actually really great for color work. Love this blanket. I'm a sucker for anything geometric, so that's super cute. Some fingerless gloves. You all know how much I love fingerless gloves. My first designs, and I still make some of those on a regular basis. It's a cute little pot, hanging pot holder. Fits a mason jar. A cardigan. Tunisian also makes really warm designs, unless you use a lace. You can do lace with Tunisian crochet, but if you use a solid stitch, it's going to be really warm because it's so thick. I think that might be the last one. Oh, one more. Got a lattice pillow. Totally unique and different. I think it looks like you maybe just make strips and weave them through, but it's hard to tell from the picture, and I haven't honestly looked into it that much. Okay, got a cute little doggy bed. Or a cat bed, whatever, a pet bed anyway. And a braided ear warmer. So this book, it's like 2/3 patterns. There are a lot of patterns in here. So if you are new to Tunisian crochet and you want to give something a try and you want to have a good explanation, I would totally recommend this book. For me personally, I didn't actually learn that much from that book, because again, I was expecting it to be more of a stitch dictionary than a beginner's guide, even though the title says beginner's guide. Anyway, so fabulous photography, really clearly written, and a lot of good patterns and a lot of good information. So I totally recommend this book. You can get it from Amazon. There is a link in the description. Happy crocheting.